Okay, fellas, I just got a new LC9, and before I shoot it, I've got to hone it because I don't want it golden my rails. See how they're nice and black right now? I don't want any aluminum showing if possible. That has an anodization on the top, and you wear through that, then it's soft. So before I start, I just use a little bit of motor oil. Old pop can makes a good container, and just a flat stone. Now a lot of you won't have stones, so I'll show you how to use a popsicle stick. Just take that stone, get in there, and don't make it all shiny. Just get in there enough to get the high spots off. Oil keeps your stone from plugging up. It also makes it cut faster. It is about a 400 grit stone, so it's not going to cut very fast. Having trouble walking here and chewing gum at the same time, but let's just get in there and just get all that grittiness off. Also hold up a little bit right here and catch up that way. I'll show you how to take some 320 grit sandpaper or 400, whatever you want to start off with. Just tear yourself a small strip. Take a popsicle stick. Now a real wide one, if you stick it in there, it's cocked a little bit. It's not laying down flat because this center is a little bit high. Just wrap that around your popsicle stick. Press it down real good. Okay, get that in there. That'll do the same thing. I'm not doing a real good job here. I'm just more or less telling you how you can do it. See, then on this center, this rides against your cartridge when you're coming in and out. So you want that good and slick. That'll put a lot of drag on your slide coming in and out. Then back at the back, it's angled down a little bit, so catch that angle a little bit. Then you can go on with a finer stone. I want that pretty slick there. Then, if you don't have a Dremel tool to put your final shine on, take some crocus cloth. There's an old piece here. I'm not sure if you can read that or not. I'm working without a monitor here. I usually use my underwater fish camera monitor. Hook out to my camera, then I can see what you're seeing. Okay, just take a flat popsicle stick down, or anything flat. Okay, take that crocus cloth. Now put your real good shine on that. Make that good and slick. And crocus is pretty fine. If you start off with crocus, it'll take you quite a while to get it. You can even take that crocus and get inside your rails. Get that around there real good and get that in your rails here. I'll put a real good shine on there. Like I say, you don't want it golden that aluminum carrier. Now Glocks and that, they run dry because they're not running on that aluminum there. They're running on that two hardened steel pins like sticking up. But I like using the stones the best. But if you don't have the proper stone, you know, it's hard to do. Another place to polish is down in here. Get another stone there. And that's where your barrel rides. Polish that up, and if you don't take the bling off your barrel, this won't wear the bling off your barrel as quick. I'm not doing the best job here. I'll do it better later. I'm more or less showing you the processes. Another place is when that shell's coming up in there, the slide's coming forward, it has to slide up the face of your slide here. So take a little oil and stone that area good. That indicator pushes right up out of there. I'll probably eventually take that out of there and make a little steel replacement to put in there without the dog on it. Then glue it to match the gun. Because I don't really care for that. It does already have the cut in there, so you can see the chain or the shell in there the same as you can the LCP. So as far as I'm concerned, you don't really need that. Your stones soak up a lot of oil, so you have to saturate them real good if you haven't used them before. A Dremel tool polish, but it just polishes the and stays with the same contour. You want it flat. You don't need it polished down in the tool marks if there is any. This is extremely smooth on the machine. I can't believe how smooth it is. Some of the guys were complaining about the roughness down in here. That's just a bug getting on the cutter and it tears it going through. That don't hurt a bit. This thing's almost flawless. The machine is real fine on it. I don't know if I can get you a good picture of that in there or not. But it's just extremely smooth. Everywhere it's smooth. Another place is take and wrap a little bit of paper around a little pin or something. Now this has the plastic guide rod in it. I don't know if I'll make a stainless steel one for it or not. It'll look a lot better than that plastic, but probably the reason I went to the plastic, everybody's complaining about the steel ones getting golded up. The reason they get golded up, so when that action's working, the barrel's tipping. So that's going in and out at an angle. Well, this I noticed they chamfered the inside a little bit. They didn't chamfer the outside. Plus they don't polish it. Take and polish that out in there. Then also put a little bit of a chamfer in there. I'm just going to use a chamfering tool off my lathe. I usually use a stone in here. See that puts a little bit of a chamfer on there. And that right there and in here is what tears up them guide rods. And that's probably about it on polishing. That's the basics. You also inside the barrel here, take another piece off. This might be a little bit too big around here. As you use felt. Okay. See, and polish that in there. Yeah. Also, in and out. Anytime you can polish with the direction that the pieces are working, that's the way to go. So just sort of in and out there. That takes the roughness off of there. Will help keep. Now when you do your barrel, you always want to do that long ways. Take and polish this way. Hear that? That's getting all those ridges off. This way you don't get that. This has a lot to go. Now I'll probably chuck it up in the lathe. You can see you're getting high spots off. Now if you polish it with a buffer, you're just going to leave those ridges in there instead of knocking the tops off. After I get that way, I'll chuck up in the lathe and put some paper around it, and let it spin some. Now I might do a video on that. Let's do your feed ramp here, because so many people do that wrong. Get another little piece of paper here, or you can use a round stone if you have one, but go long ways the way the bolt's coming up there, not crossways. This is pretty smooth here. I mean, it's a lot quicker with the Dremel, but it's not the proper way of doing it. There's a fast way and a right way. This will take all those ridges out. Polishing it around this way leaves the ridges in. It just makes shiny ridges. If you wanted to use your Dremel tool, which I have, I don't know, 3 or 4 of them, you can afterwards go ahead and use it on it if you want that real mirror-like shine. That's not completely done there, but you can see it's taking the ridges out of there. And I also like to get in there and polish this in here a little bit. Then I usually take a dowel rod, split it, wrap some paper around, and get in there and polish the chamber. But you have to watch and not hit the shoulder in there. I think we'll call it quits right there. But I wanted to get this at least far enough that I can fire my first shot. Because I'm not going to fire my first shot and let this tear up my nice carrier there. Thank you. Okay. This is a little easier way to do it. Put it in a vise if you have one, and you can hold the stone down there and work it a lot easier than without. These stones are pretty brittle. You can break them pretty easy. So you get in there and that piece of popsicle stick holds pressure down on it where you're wanting the stone at. As far as the back side there, put your finger there, that'll do the back side. Plus you can pull up on it a little bit of twist on the stone, and you can get actually the lower side, which is up right now. You don't want to remove a whole lot of metal. You more or less just want to get the high spots off. Okay. Okay, here I'm putting a final shine on.